How terrifying is the fiend god sealed within Qin Mu's body? In truth, Qin Mu's fleshly body and soul do not belong to him. Instead, they belong to the Yudu divine son, Qin Fo-qing. Qin Mu himself is merely a consciousness accidentally born from this body. Qin Fo-qing was the first viviparous being born in Yudu. Having absorbed countless demonic qi and grievances, he earned the favor of Yudu's rules and was thus named the Yudu divine son. Empowered by these rules, he was virtually unrivaled within Yudu. Furthermore, he possessed the ability to transform the outside world into Yudu. Wherever his body stood, that place would become Yudu. This unique power allowed him to unleash terrifying combat prowess even beyond Yudu's borders. Having absorbed an excessive amount of demonic qi and resentment, Qin Fo-qing's demonic nature was exceedingly heavy, making him innately bloodthirsty. In his eyes, all living beings, save for his mother, true consort, were nothing more than sustenance. When the gods and devils of the heavenly court pursued him and his mother, Qin Fo-qing not only slew his pursuers, but also charged directly into their strongholds. Delighting in the act of devouring souls, he consumed anyone he encountered, leading to the tragic demise of countless innocent gods and devils. He relentlessly hunted down the heavenly court's forces, destroying layer after layer of the underworld and completely uprooting their presence in Yudu. Following this battle, Qin Fo-qing emerged as a hegemon of Yudu. So feared was he that ordinary gods and devils dared not utter his name directly, instead referring to him as the unspeakable existence. Even true consort, witnessing her son's ferocity, was greatly alarmed and terrified. Qin Fo-qing's heinous crimes, stemming from the countless lives he had taken, were so extensive that the books documenting them filled several palaces. Earth Count, the master of Yudu, recognized Qin Fo-qing as a promising talent and thus planned to cultivate him into the next ruler of Yudu. As an innate ancient god and the current ruler of Yudu, Earth Count possessed no true freedom. He was bound to Yudu for his entire existence and controlled by its rules, acting merely as a machine god obeying system commands. He yearned for death, believing it was the only path to freedom. Therefore, he sought to groom Qin Fo-qing as his successor, hoping to find peace in death. However, Qin Fo-qing's heavy burden of sins meant that if he were allowed to continue his evil deeds, the rules of Yudu would compel Earth Count to devour him. Consequently, Earth Count sealed Qin Fo-qing and banished him to the mortal realm, hoping he would gradually learn to control his demonic nature. Earth Count took a fragment from his long horn, transformed it into a jade pendant, and used it to seal Qin Fo-qing's consciousness within his third eye. Additionally, Earth Count created a haven of peace for true consort, allowing her and her son to live there, far from strife. True consort then ordered her maidservant, Mu Ping, to escort Qin Fo-qing to the mortal realm. His departure was met with celebration, as countless ghost kings and fiend gods beat gongs and drums in relief. Upon entering the mortal realm, a second consciousness, Qin Mu, was born within the fleshly body. Whenever the seal on the jade pendant loosened, Qin Fo-qing would emerge, seize control of the body, and devour nearby souls. King Yama and the fiend god Furilua once dared to open the jade pendant seal, only to be thrashed by Qin Fo-qing. Had they not resealed him in time, they would surely have been devoured. When Qin Mu opened his third eye, Qin Fo-qing almost broke free and nearly devoured the nearby 9 elders. Fortunately, Earth Count appeared in time, sealing the demonic eye with the jade pendant. The jade pendant then entered the third eye, transforming into the Qin character continent, and suppressed Qin Fo-qing once more. The Great Might Heavenly King Buddha, seeking to eradicate the heavenly court's forces within the Buddhist realm, deliberately broke open the jade pendant seal, thereby releasing Qin Fo-qing. Upon his emergence, Qin Fo-qing embarked on a killing spree, slaughtering countless experts in the Buddhist realm and even transforming half of the hells in the Great Brahma Heaven realm into Yudu. To express gratitude to Qin Mu, the Great Brahma Heavenly King Buddha had a primordial spirit avatar transform into a great Buddha to help suppress Qin Fo-qing. Later, when Tianging's avatar and Earth Count's avatar entered the Qin character continent, Qin Fo-ching went berserk against them. Earth Count's avatar seized this opportunity to teach Qin Fo-ching, helping him distinguish between good and evil, right and wrong, and imparting Yudu's teachings. Whenever Qin Mu encountered danger, Tiangong and the others would cast spells, lending Qin Fo-ching's power to Qin Mu, causing Qin Mu's combat prowess to instantly soar and mercilessly thrash his enemies. Qin Fo-ching gradually gained control over his inherent demonic nature and desires. He also slowly came to acknowledge Qin Mu, and whenever Qin Mu faced danger, Qin Fo-ching would lend a hand. The Heavenly Court, desiring to capture Qin Fo-ching and thereby control Yudu, cornered Qin Mu. Realizing he couldn't escape, Qin Mu severed his divine soul and gouged out his third eye, sending Qin Fo-ching into Yudu. There, Qin Fo-ching used the third eye to reshape his fleshly body. During the Battle of Yudu, Qin Fo-ching obtained Yudu's Book of Life and Death. Subsequently, after Earth Count and Su Tianzuan perished, Qin Fo-ching mastered the Great Tao of Yudu, officially becoming its ruler. Okay, that's all the content for this video. If you enjoyed it, please don't hesitate to like, share, and subscribe. After all, your support is my motivation to keep creating content. I'm Qin Mu. See you in the next video.